to Bit and Judiciary Matters now. The whole of Chapter 2 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 states the various objectives of governance. This is known as the fundamental objectives and directive principles of state policy. In this report, Dele Atumbi of our judiciary desk takes a look at the power of the court to adjudicate on matters relating to these objectives.
One of the common features in the oath of office of the President, Vice President, Governors and their deputies is their solemn pledge to preserve the fundamental objectives and directive principles of the state policy as enshrined in Chapter 2 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999. This chapter explicitly states the political, economic, social, educational, foreign policy, environmental, cultural objectives, obligation of the media, national ethics, and the duties of the citizens to the state. In spite of the import of these objectives to the attainment of good governance, this chapter is not justiciable as Section 6, subsection 6c of the Constitution ousted the power of the courts from adjudicating over matters contained therein.
The fundamental principles and objectives, they have been couched in a manner that you cannot approach the court and found your claim on it. That, briefly, is what not being justiciable connotes.
If the government of the day is unable to provide or act to enforce the provisions of Chapter 2 of the Constitution, those rights, though they are called rights, an individual cannot go to court.
The judicial power to hear legal disputes as well as issues that are involving breach of rights.
The legal practitioners also shed light on the advantages of making Chapter 2 of the Constitution justiciable.
Everything that is contained in Chapter 2 can be enforced within a limited time.
The goals are there. A good government will now draw lessons from it and enact laws.
That particular provision needs to be amended. It should form a critical part of the current and ongoing constitutional amendment.
The appeals to the National Assembly in its ongoing fifth alteration of the Constitution to give premium to the justiciability of the fundamental objectives and directive principles of state policy as set out in Chapter 2 of the Constitution. In Abuja, Dele Atumbi, NTA News.